Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 9596 Southwest Sattler Street here in Tigard. We're located at the rear of the home. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access here in the patio. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Alrighty, out here at 105 feet, this is where the line terminates. I'm going to try and do locates to verify exactly where it's at. It goes out the rear of the property here, so we may not be able to get right on top of it with the locator. We're also going to let the line drain out here for a few minutes. I had the camera moving very quickly just so we could get it all the way out to the end here. Once we get it all drained out, we'll have a better look at everything on the way back. I located the camera head successfully. The line goes all the way, it angles over towards the rear left corner of the property. Where I picked the signal up is right in the, up against the rear left corner of the fence. It might go just barely beyond that. I wasn't able to get right on top of it, but it's right in that spot there. I did transition. I was moving too quickly to call it out, but it switched over to 6-inch PVC pipe. That's this white pipe here, and then where it connects to the actual main here is concrete. But with situations like this, where the lines go out the rear, I always recommend looking into them to see how responsibility of the line is divvied up. Sometimes cities take responsibility for a portion of the line. Sometimes they don't, and in this situation, it's not a standard house going with a line going out the front to the street. So you may have some different responsibilities. Usually you're either fully responsible for it or about half of it is yours to deal with. And enough of this is drained out at this point. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back. We do have appliances inside that are running, dishwashers and stuff, so I'm trying to get reeled back here before it shoots a bunch of hot water down the line again. Yeah, that's the transition there. And this is often where responsibility would change hands, is at a spot like this. Now, overall, on the way out, I did not see any obvious issues. We were moving quickly, but it looked like it was draining very nicely. It's extremely clean. There's not hardly a speck of anything in the line. And for lines that are, for a 105-foot long sewer line, to have it drain out completely like this is incredible. Usually, once you go over about 80-90 feet, you get bellies in the line everywhere. So, whoever built it did it right. This is kind of a hard spot to tell. It's either belling out here to larger pipe, or we may have a small amount of separation here in the joint. Joint still appears to be sealed though. There's rubber Fernco underneath that. I'm not concerned about that at all. If you were to plant a tree smack dab in the middle of the yard, I'd be more concerned about it, just because it's a joint that's not going to be as strong as another one, but it's still sealed and not causing any issues there. Just don't plant any trees in the middle of this backyard. And that goes for spots that don't have that joint. If you put a tree in the middle of this yard, you get a root system close enough to plastic pipe and the roots can still break through. So I would leave the landscaping the way it is, and I wouldn't plant any more trees or anything like that, especially in the yard area. We're just about to reel the camera out here. We have excellent flow all the way out to the terminus there at 105 feet. ABS and concrete portions of the line are both in good condition. The sewer line is functioning properly at this time. And I'll reverse direction here real quick and just scope back into the home. Make sure that pipe is looking okay too. Well, it looks like we do have a little bit of standing water here in the pipe in the crawl space. That can be corrected. You do have to go into the crawl and re-support the pipe, because it's probably sagging. A lot of times they're strapped into the air, so you may just have to adjust some straps. I do have about 3/4 to 1 inch of standing water there in the crawl space. At 3/4 to 1 inch is generally where I start to see debris collect. As you can see here, that there's no debris in the line, so that's not all. It's not something that's just going to cause tons of problems. But if you start putting things like paper towels down the line, grease down the sink, stuff that shouldn't go down the sewer line in the first place, everything else is shooting through there just fine. Again, it goes all the way to the end of the yard over there, kind of aims towards the rear left corner of the property.